So this is going to be a little bit of a recap, and I'm going to move as quickly as I can through it. Okay, so we left the previous recording croaked, and so it didn't get recorded, so I'm going to kind of go back over this thing. So Rome's original forum, the one that we were discussing, was part of the Republic of Rome, right? Or the Republic era prior to the emperors, was the Forum Romanum. Okay, it was built about 100 BC. It contained the Via Sacra, which was a processional way. Via Sacra, I believe, means the way of the sacred way. Okay, and it was used for processions and ceremonies. It was located at the base of a hill called the Capitoline Hill. Do you guys remember, and this is added because I didn't talk about this before, but I'm going to add it in right now. You remember that first sewer that they built, right? It was built actually during the more Etruscan times, that they used it to drain a marsh. Remember that? That marsh was below Capitoline and Palatine Hills, which is where the Forum is. That was the thing that led to being able to develop the whole city and not have these little sort of pieces that were on the hillsides with the marsh below. So hopefully that ties that back in. One of the things that's important to note is that the Forum, if you go visit Rome and you go look at the Forum, or if you look at plans of the Forum, right, the Forum, the original Forum, was too small and it was eventually outgrown. And so after the time of the Roman Republic, the emperors came along, and each of a series of emperors built these additional fora adjacent to the Forum Romanum. Okay? They're located directly adjacent to it. The grandest of these is called Trajan's Forum, and it's the biggest one. It's got this big column in the middle of it. It included a market, and we're going to talk about that a little more as we go kind of along through this thing. So, click. This is the original Roman Forum. The original Roman Forum is this. You can see that it's got, I mentioned it earlier, that it's got, these two things are at slightly off angles, right? So it's got this sort of V-shaped pattern with this temple, with these two temples and the triumphal arch sort of at the end of it. That's the original Roman Forum. In the background, you can start to see all of the additional forums that were built by the emperors. This first colored part is the one that was built as part of the Republic of Rome. I'll run through this little video again really quick. Let's see what happens. Maybe that's what made the thing crash earlier. I don't know. There's that slightly V shape that you can see between the two. Spinning too fast to see it. See the word forum in the middle? That's the open part. It says forum. It's kind of spinning right now. That big building is the Basilica, or one of the basilicas. There were two of them that faced the Forum. That's a triumphal arch. Another temple. A small circular temple.
The music's very appropriate.
Yeah, very appropriate.
It's a cool video.
So, at any rate, so again, part of what I mentioned before when we looked at this is that you can tell by looking at it that it wasn't built all at once, right? And I mentioned that who the heck would put that triumphal arch kind of a little bit off-angled in front of a temple? Well, a guy named Servus did it, or Servian. Okay, he was one of the Roman emperors. So you can tell that it's kind of happened in a little bit of a haphazard sort of path or method. You can also see that slight V that it has in it, okay, which I want you guys to just kind of keep track of that, because that slight V is part of, I'm going to go ahead and stop this thing, close that down, and go back to this thing. And here we have a plan of the Roman forums, several of the forums, the Forum of Trajan's up at the top. But you can see the original Roman forum down here in the lower part. And some of the names of some of those buildings are now sort of listed down in here. Both of these, 8 and 23, are basilicas. That's that Curia, which was, I think, where the Senate met, and then there's the temples that are up on, or going up Capitoline Hill. This is the marshy area down here that was drained to create the forums. Okay? So the later forums that came along, eventually the city of Rome got too big, right? So the initial forum was too small, and so after that, several different emperors, Trajani, Augustum, Nervae, Vespasiani, and Julius, or Julium, all added forum adjacent to the original forum. So if you look here, you can see the original forum kind of dotted down in here, okay? And you can see all of the additional forums up in this side. And this is a sort of a 3D view of the imperial forums that came after. All right, here's another plan view that shows the imperial forums. This is the Basilica Aemilia, right? That's the one that formed the edge of the old forum, the original Forum Romanum. Okay? I'm sorry?
Which one again?
The Basilica Aemilia down in here is one of the things that formed the edge of the Forum Romanum down here. So if I back up a little bit to this one, right, there's the Basilica Aemilia right there.
Your mouse.
We can't see your mouse.
Yeah, we can't see your
Oh,
mouse.
I'm sorry. Go back over here. So this is the original forum down in here. That's the one you saw the video of. And number 8 right there is Basilica Aemilia. Okay? So continuing on down. How many minutes are we at?
2 minutes.
Okay, so this was just a variety of different views of what exists in Rome today of the original forum. So in this particular view, you're looking at one of the temples that was starting to go up Capitoline Hill. This is one of the arches that's down there. I think it might be the one of Servian. Another view looking up Capitoline Hill and seeing the remnants of the Temple of Saturn up on the top there. There's pieces, archaeological pieces of various sort of parts of the Roman buildings, and so you can see here some of the motifs that were used to decorate the buildings. Here you see the interior of one of the basilica forms, right? And on this side, this is standing over by the Colosseum looking up towards the Forum Romanum, which is up above here. You go through this triumphal arch to the Forum Romana at the other end. Okay? Going back to Trajan's Forum, which we said was the most sort of grand of all of the imperial forums that were added to the Forum Romanum. One of the things about Trajan's Forum and about Trajan as an emperor was that he was sort of a man of the people of sorts. He did major projects for the people of Rome. And one of the things that he built was this market. And the market was literally on the back side of the Roman Forum. It was actually part of it. And it went up a hillside. You can see the way that the building sort of steps up the hill. So we're at 9 minutes. Okay, and you can look at it in the section here, how it steps down. Look at the difference between the grade down here and the amount of height that you get to on the edge of these back buildings. Okay, so that's kind of an important thing to note. Here is a picture of the Trajan marketplace on the back side of the forum. I'm going to quickly back up. Hopefully I don't kill my time limit. But if you look at Trajan's Forum here, this is the marketplace on this side. See it right there?
On the screen.
Oh. Well, actually, you can see it in that previous screen, too. This is the marketplace. Sorry. I'm looking at the wrong screen. This is the marketplace back in here and over in here. See it right there? This is the marketplace. This is one of the forums. You can tell they were built by a lot of different people. Okay? So let me go back to where I left off, which is right there, and I'm going to stop this video.